Today, we celebrate, and I tell you my top secret plans for taking over the world. Last week, on I believe it was February 4th, I got to 100 subscribers for Toypixx. Now, thank you. If you're a subscriber and you're watching this right now, truly, I mean it. Let me tell you what 100 subscribers does for you on YouTube, in case none of you have ever really tried to make one of these channels. 100 subscribers gets you the ability to come up with your own URL. Now, I just went with what YouTube suggested, which was, let's see, youtube.com/c/Toypixx. Easy enough. I was good with that. So I was pretty excited, and it was because of all of you subscribers out there that I was able to do that. And anybody that does this kind of thing knows that the whole URL thing, keeping it real simple and keeping it consistent across platforms, it's kind of a big deal. So when I say thank you, I sincerely mean it. So again, thank you. Now, one more thing before we really get cracking into the meat of this whole video is if you guys are watching any other YouTube channels at all, and you really dig them, no matter how huge they are as far as subscribers or how small they are as far as subscriber count is concerned, make sure you follow them. If you're liking them for whatever reason, just follow them, because even if you don't watch any of their videos, having those subscribers will help them in the long run build their channel. 100 subscribers is a great milestone for the URL. 1,000 subscribers is a great milestone because then you get to monetize your channel and all that stuff. So if you're watching any of these people, and then, you know, there's other milestones after that too that are pretty big deals. But yeah, that's all I'm going to ask. Of course, I'll probably say like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. But what I really want you to take from this video is if you're watching any of these content creators out there and you dig them for whatever reason, please go subscribe to them. You never know how much it might help them out. And now, let's get on to the meat and potatoes. And now, whether this is your first or 100th time on this channel, Toypixx is all about helping you and helping me get better at our action figure photography. So I talk about all kinds of stuff related to that. However, for this video, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my secret plans to take over the world. And by taking over the world, I mean get completely financially independent via Toypixx and possibly other means, but that's the end goal. So let's get to that part. Now, just so you know, I do love action figures and I do love taking pictures. That's why I want to make this whole independent move via Toypixx, because if you can make your hobby your profession, are you really going to have crappy days? I don't know. I mean, you will, but not because of your hobby/profession. So that's one of the big deals for me, is I want to enjoy this whole financial independence thing. And I'm lucky in that I have a head start in a few ways. One is I understand branding, I understand brand, and I understand marketing. So there are several parts in the marketing area that I need to understand better, but I know some of it very well, and I have a general knowledge of other areas. So the way that I'm planning on doing this, and I'm going to detail this more in another channel, which I'll make sure and link that in the description below once I start doing that, is I'm going to start using things like my graphic design knowledge, do stuff on Redbubble, do stuff on Teespring, do stuff on Zazzle, you know, all those print-on-demand places. I'm going to start doing that. I already have a couple designs on Redbubble, so check those out if you're so inclined, if you have one of those accounts. I'll also be doing some Amazon affiliate work. Let's see, I'll be marketing via Pinterest And of course, YouTube. If you're trying to start your own thing and you're trying to gain your own financial independence sort of deal, YouTube, there's nothing more powerful than video because people feel like you're talking. They're like, I feel more connected to this person than just maybe reading a blog post, you know? So if you're thinking of doing something along these lines, whatever niche it is, or niche, like I say, if you're fancy, then make sure you're doing as much video as possible. And I know there's a lot of people that are a little camera shy. Get over that. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but truly, get over that. So yeah, those are ways that I'm kind of ahead of the curve. I know about branding, I know about marketing. Now there are some ways that I'm a little behind the curve as well, and we'll get to those right now. Okay, here's a few ways I'm kind of behind the eight ball, behind the curve, not at all ahead of the curve. I have really old hardware. Like my computer is, let's see, it's from 2009 or 2011, something like that. So when it comes to my software, I can't get the latest version of Adobe Premiere. So I can't get fancy with editing. The best thing I've got as far as editing these videos is concerned is iMovie 10. So there's a little sadness there. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got, but that's all any of us can do. I also have an old camera. I've talked about it before. It's an EOS 20D, a Canon. That doesn't mean that I need an upgrade. That Canon does great for me, so I'm not worried about that. My whole thing is more the hardware and more the fact that because it's such old hardware, I can't get great software yet. But that's where the money that I'm going to be earning from everything else for Toypixx comes in. I'll be able to slowly build and save up some money to make all that stuff happen. Because right now, the money I'm spending for Toypixx is actually centered around toys. Yeah, I'm that guy. Also, one of the areas that I'm not as great in marketing as I'd like to be is SEO. So I'm a little behind the curve there. I can sit there and put things on all these graphic sites and Pinterest and YouTube and run Facebook ads and do all that stuff all day. And I'm good to go. I'm happy to do that. I understand that stuff pretty well. But all that stuff pales in comparison to being able to use SEO, because if you don't really understand SEO, you're at the mercy of all these other platforms. So once their algorithms change, you're kind of hosed. So the idea is you build a lot of stuff via SEO, and then you create a newsletter so that all of your subscribers, they always know what's up and they won't miss your content. Whereas with, say, something like Facebook, I think with what we've got going right now, last I checked, and this was a couple of years ago, if you have a page and you're not promoting your posts, only at best 2% of your subscribers are actually seeing your posts. It might be less now. I'll get online and realize that, whoa, not too many subscribers are really seeing my stuff on Facebook. So you're at the mercy of all those algorithms. What you want is you want to build strong SEO and you want to build a strong newsletter base. So those are big deals that I'm a little behind the eight ball on that I need to learn a little bit more about. Sad face. Another thing I've learned is that toy channels on YouTube don't tend to make a lot of money per 1,000 clicks. And now no channel makes a lot of money per 1,000 clicks, but whereas maybe a toy website will make $1 or $2 per 1,000 clicks, a photography channel will make more. It looks like, I'm not 100%, but one thing I saw, the guy was saying he made about $5 per 1,000 clicks in December, and he said that's a little low. So my assumption is photography generally $6 or $7. So I figure this will be kind of a combination of the two. I'll probably earn $3 or $4 per 1,000 clicks once I'm monetized on this channel. But one of the good things, and the reason I'm starting the other channel is, one, I want to kind of journal this whole thing so people can follow along. They can see the mistakes that I make. They can see the successes I have, so that it's kind of a roadmap for themselves as well. But also because when you're talking about entrepreneurship and financial stuff and all that, trying to figure all that out, you get more like $10 or $12 per 1,000 clicks. So if you build the channel huge and you get, say, 1,000,000 views on one of those videos and you get $10 per 1,000 clicks, that's carry the $10,000 for a video. And that's substantial versus $1,000 or $2,000 for a toy video. So there's a lot of rationale behind a lot of what I'm doing. I'm constantly thinking. It's all strategy. It's all trying to put it all together. But where I'm going to have a hard time is all this stuff I'm thinking about putting in the time. I do have other stuff I have to do, obviously, to make ends meet during the day. So this is going to be tough, and it's going to take a long time to do. But I'm pretty confident I can swing it, only because I have this knowledge that I have gained just throughout what I've done professionally up until this point. It's not because I'm some kind of genius. Yeah, I don't know how to follow that up. But really, it's not because I have any kind of crazy gifts or anything like that. It's just because of stuff I've learned along the way. I guess experience does matter. Crap. Now, I know this isn't the normal stuff I talk about on here, and don't worry, this is not something I'm going to be discussing a lot at all. That's what the other channel is going to be for, and like I said, once that gets started, I'll leave a link in the description below. But I did want to let you know that that's going to exist, that this is kind of my goal with Toypixx, is to just be my own man, do my own thing, and just continue shooting stuff and having a blast doing what I do. And I want to make sure that if any of you are kind of considering thinking along those lines as well, kind of get out of the rat race, kind of just realize, man, I just want to do my own thing, you'll have that opportunity to see what I'm doing, what my hits and misses are, and all that. So you'll know maybe you won't have so many misses. Maybe you'll be able to see that and say, okay, this is where he blew it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try this instead. Yeah, and one other thing, just because if I had producers, they would have lambasted me about a zillion times by now for things I miss. Don't forget, stick around to the end of the video, which is coming up very shortly, because even though this isn't stuff I normally talk about, there is going to be something I do normally do, which is today's pick is going to be at the end of this video. It's a Snake Eyes Saturday, so hey, it features Snake Eyes, and he's pretty rad. I like him. He's probably my favorite G.I. Joe figure, to be honest. It's the Hasbro Pulse Snake Eyes. Anywho, I digress. That's pretty much what I got for this one, folks. So, like I said, this isn't something I'm going to talk about a whole lot. I just felt like I should. I should tell you why I'm excited about the 100 people and what I'm going to do to continue building Toypixx so that I can just do my own thing, just like I'm sure some of you want to do, and that's why that other channel will exist, and again, that's why you'll be able to find it in the description when it's ready to go. And when it is ready to go, I'll be sure and announce it and let you know that it's in the description for you to click on. So, that's what I got for today. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, and hey, have fun, and happy snapping. See ya. Ooh. Tea's still hot.